welcome back to the DotaPit season number 2 here on twitch.tv/DotaPit Hellraisers versus the sneaky Nyx Assassins who fall at the hands of the Hellraisers for game number 1. We are back for game number 2. I'm what I say. With me is Blaze. We are underway here for the draft. Had to reset the stream. Want to make sure there is no audio desync for you guys. And Blaze, what do you think of the draft so far?
I'm actually loving it. I mean, the Elder Titan opener has been kind of standard for a few teams here. If you've got a good support player that can really rock the Elder Titan, then he is a flexible pick in either the offlane or the supportive role. And honestly, he is one of the most impactful supports in the mid game. So that's kind of what they seem to be going for in that case. But Hellraisers seem to have a really good answer. Like, if you're just talking about raw capability of surviving through the ET, the Dazzle is one of the better heroes here with the Weave counteracting the natural order armor reduction. And then once you got a Dazzle and you've got the ability to keep somebody alive, at least for the Shallow Grave duration, why not get a hero that thrives on staying alive through the team fight? Pick up the Death Prophet and be able to really do a lot with that exorcism. Now you've got 2.5 seconds of Yule's time that you're guaranteeing the exorcism for, and then the potential 5 seconds of Shallow Grave, assuming you don't get axed down.
And Sneaky Nyx Assassins have that Bat Rider for themselves. Now the second round of bans underway. The Faceless Void is banned out here, and not too surprised. Faceless Void can be pretty degenerate with a couple of heroes. Death Prophet, Witch Doctor come to mind. And looking forward to seeing Sneaky Nyx Assassins in this game, although, you know, execution is going to be a little bit harder for them at this point. You know, they have the Bat Rider, they have the Elder Titan, and last game, I mean, they did okay, but really, what was the cause of the loss in the last game?
That's a tough call. I would have to say that it was just the fact that PA was a solo carry up against the Slark who got farmed enough. Like, Slark is such a good anti-carry. He's not a Void, but he is up there as far as being able to really inhibit your hero. His Scotty Slow at the very least counteracts the Bloodlust effect you're getting from your Ogre. And then when he's able to strike true with MKB repeatedly, he is draining your stats with every auto attack. So you lose your stats, you get slowed with Scotty, you get bashed up, and you can't even retaliate because he's going to be in the Shadow Dance for an extended period of time. So it just got to a point where the PA really couldn't act, and that Aghanim Scepter Disruptor play was kind of the nail in the coffin, as there were so many heroes that were relying on Yules, BKB, etc. to really keep themselves in the fight, and you take that out with a good swap or so. So I think it was good coordination overall from Hellraisers. They weathered the early game, and they really stepped it up when it came down to the last few minutes there. But for now, SNA seem to have a team that has even more potential to do this, but they obviously have yet to draft up their carry to synergize with it. So I'm curious what they go for there. Lifestealer is always fun with the Bat Rider, but that's kind of an old meta pick. And not that great against Death Prophet. Just anything that can deliver some really quick bursts of damage, because they do need to bring this Death Prophet down quickly, or preferably the Dazzle. If you bring down the Dazzle quick and he doesn't grave, then suddenly you're able to win that fight without too much difficulty.
Potom again going to be banned out here, so Fluff and Stuff not going to get one of his trademark heroes, and the Legion Commander also going to be banned out here. What's your opinion on the Legion Commander? I mean, some teams rather are drafting it quite aggressively. I feel like the laning for it hasn't really settled out yet. Kind of a flexible hero, sometimes off lane, sometimes middle. What do you think of the hero?
I think in theory it has a lot of potential because the investment in the hero isn't really necessarily through net worth, which can be rubber banded pretty heavily, but it is through the dual stack. So you have this kind of unquantifiable bonus that you get to this hero that you don't really have to put at risk every time you go for an aggressive play, which is nice in general. But just the fact that she's a strength hero, which has only one AoE farming ability, she is going to fall behind in farm to other hard carries. So she's kind of a nice mix between a gank-oriented mid-game carry and a late-game carry with potential for that dual mass. But in this case, I only find it really effective in lineups where you can really synergize the hero. Sometimes you get something like a Medusa behind her, where the Medusa is at the actual hard carry, and then the Legion can just play the ganking role, where essentially you duel somebody, the Stone Gaze is behind you, and they're forced to look into the eyes of the Abyss. They turn petrified, and you just win the fight. So I like the lineups that synergize with her really well, as long as it's not too gimmicky. Like, you don't go all in on Skywrath and Invoker and stuff like that.
Fair enough. And Lich picked up for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Very stable support. Actually, a support that's becoming really popular in North America in particular. I've been watching a lot of NEL and stuff like that, and Lich has been picked up quite a bit. Morphling follow-up and Enigma and Slark here for the Hellraiser. So Slark going to be revisiting us again for game number 2, and Enigma is picked up as well here for the Hellraisers.
I like Hellraiser's draft significantly more. The Lich is a good counter to the Enigma in the sense that he can cancel the Black Hole, BKB, or not. And obviously, he'll put out quite a bit of damage while reducing the amount of farm that's going to be coming to the opposition because of the sacrifice. But end of the day, Slark is actually pretty solid against the Morphling because of the fact that the stats are very relevant on this hero, and the Essence Shift is going to be stacking up once he actually gets some survivability behind him. He's also good against the Bat Rider because you have the potential to not only break through the Sticky Napalm with Dark Pact, but you actually can just break through the lasso entirely if you're really good about it. And as we saw, Arts was really quick on the trigger on that one in the last game. Like, he even used his Dark Pact out of Invis as soon as he saw enemies right on top of him. So I think that the Arts has a lot of potential to just pull this one away with some excellent Slark play once again. And it seems a bit of a mistake to be drafting this way and not banning that out.
Well, continuing on forward here, TA is given the ban, as well as the Nature's Prophet. And interested to see how Sneaking Assassins decide to finish this one out. Have to imagine that this, I mean, I feel like this is most likely a dual lane middle with the Lich and the Morphling.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, you could play it like Team Secret style. I mean, we've seen that combo work out very effectively. The Lich will get some good early levels, deny it from the Death Prophet, presumably, and that means you do get to put Ice Armor on your structures and make it so that it's very difficult to push. But all the same, if you've got Jakiro, Enigma, and Death Prophet, no amount of Ice Armor is going to save your Tier 1s, and it's only going to be a limiting suppression factor for Tier 2 pushes. Like, they're still going to be able to engage if they pick off either the Lich or the Elder Titan, who are the heroes that can turtle.
Yeah, continuing on here, last pick for Sneaking Assassins should give us a little bit of insight.
Time.
And we'll see how it works out for them. And how they actually want to lane this. But the dual lane middle has to be at least enticing for them. Deny some experience from the Death Prophet. Things look pretty standard here for Hellraisers. Looks like it's most likely going to be an offlane Jakiro, Slark, Dazzle laning together, and then they have the Enigma in the jungle. But Sneaking Assassins, things are not so clear.
This is a difficult last pick. They know they're going to be under the gun. They want to kind of go for like a greedy hero here because they have the Lich and ET to extend the game out, but it's just not going to be enough with Jakiro and Enigma. Even Dazzle adds to the push. So they're going to give a lot of gold to Hellraisers as a whole because those 3 Tier 1s are pretty much dead before 20 minutes, guaranteed. And then the Slark is going to be able to profit from that with his early item pickups. So we'll see the Scotty timing in particular, whether he goes for the more standard Hand of Midas, which will allow him to catapult forward with that, or if he actually goes for something like the Shadow Blade again to keep looking for those gank opportunities. But yeah, Sneaking Assassins, their last pick here. A stunning... well, actually, I mean, the Elder Titan I kind of thought would be the support here. So that would leave something for Brax, presumably.
Yeah, unless they're... and depends on how they actually lane this. If it's a dual lane middle, I have no idea. I mean, I have to assume it would be TC playing the Morphling. I don't think Brax is a Morphling player. And then they've got something for Brax on bottom. Unless... I mean, it's possible this is just a traditional carry Morphling. It's
okay, another
Puck
Brax
again. Okay. I mean, I think it did perform well, but now they're in the same sort of situation as they were in the last game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, maybe they have a few more options here. When they hit the Drink Coils, they have some great follow-up with the Elder Titan, with the Bat Rider, and even the Chain Frost with the Drink Coil is really strong. So one big aspect is how well this Dazzle performs. Dread is going to have to be on point with his ability usage, and Enigma's going to have to farm up a mechanism very quickly, even considering a pipe for the mid-game. But yeah, end of the day, I still would favor Hellraisers in this one here. It's going to be on Nyx to completely overperform on this draft.
Well, some quick introductions here for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. It's going to be TC on the Morphling Fluff and Stuff. Going to be on the Lich. Brax this time on the Puck. Whitebeard's going to be on the Elder Titan. And IX Mike, the Mustache Man himself, on the Bat Rider.
So looking over the side of Hellraiser's here, we've got Gorek going to the off lane here with this double ring protection build. One of those might be a Basti or a Tranquil. The other might be Sold, but either way, gives him a lot of early game mitigation. Gotham is going to be most likely starting on the jungle of the Enigma, but looks to sacrifice one creep of his own with the demonic conversion at the first spawn. It's going to leave Afo Ninja to take up the mid lane with this null tally first start. And that is going to leave up on the top lane the Dazzle, played by Dread,
30
and
seconds
the
to battle.
Slark, played by Arts, as we've seen in the past.
All right. Well, Slark apparently with 500 ping. And
Yep, that's about right.
take a quick pause. And we will deal with this accordingly. Fluff and stuff. Looks like it is going to be the dual lane middle here. So nothing too unexpected. Hellraiser's taking game number 1, putting them in a decent position maybe to fight back here through the standings. Taking another quick look, as it is a really close race in this bottom couple, and everyone is really within reach, I think, of breaking into this top couple of spots. Group B extremely close at the moment. So we'll see if they can break on through here, but back in game still paused.
Yeah, so Arts is from Ukraine, so Ukraine to US is bad in general, but I don't think it should be this bad.
Yeah,
like,
it shouldn't not be this bad. If it continues to be this bad, we can probably just remake, and some of the servers on USB East are worse than others. So
yeah, there's 2 major clusters, and one is decent for Europe, and one is definitely worse. But I think it still might be on his end, because like 534 is extremely high, even for the worst of the 2 servers.
Yeah, like worldwide ping, that is bad.
Yeah, like I play on Europe West rather frequently from US East, and it, you get 200, something like that. Yeah, I would expect at most, if it's a server thing, it would be like 260, 275. To have 534, there's got to be something going on his end.
Yeah, so he's going to DC and reconnect. See if we can get a better connection here. Unfortunately, this is the territory that comes with online tournaments. Sometimes you have some cross-region play, but we'll see if everything settles out. Does anyone have any effigies? I saw Fluff and Stuff has one here. Liquid are doing it. I'm a big fan of this one.
Yeah, that's really sweet. And unfortunately for the commentary for that play, like the freezing field is completely understated, but that was like so awesome. That was such a clutch moment. That's like the NA Dota version of the play.
Yep. That is definitely the NA Dota version of the play. Hellraisers. No inscription on the Meepo. Come on. Get your shit together. Got him.
Doesn't need it. He's got his Keyblade going on.
That appears to be it.
So as far as the lanes go, we're going to be seeing Elder Titan creating space for Brax on the puck here. He's going to be farming the safe lane. Do you think he actually goes Blink before Boots? I'm kind of a fan of that if you're getting that much farm.
Seems like it could be a possibility. Looks like we're going to get back underway here. And my console actually doesn't work. So where is his ping at now? Is it the same?
Let me check real quick. Yes, it is. 534.
Yeah, I think we should just remake here.
Worth a shot at least.
Seems like the best course of action, to be honest. Because 534, like you mentioned, is not a not really a server that you want to. Yeah, that's just absurd. Like that's like worse than any ping you should have on any server.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I look at people who complain about like the difference between like 150 ping and 240, 220 and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so awful." I don't really have much empathy there, but when it's like up above 300, it's just way too much.
All right, so we're gonna have a quick remake here. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We are back again for game number 2 of Hellraisers vs. Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Have remade here. Not sure it has helped very much, but we're going to get underway in just a couple minutes here. Back in the game.
Yeah, still seeing 533, unfortunately.
That is a lot of ping.
Just a bit.
Well,
Prepare
honestly,
for battle.
is the rest of the team like reasonable?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, 230. The highest other than him is 265 for Gotham.
Huh. Well, that is quite the ping, but we will figure out. Looks like team's just gonna play on here. IX Mike wishing luck. And these dark packs are gonna be it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, just I mean, at some point you just kind of go in and you just hit it whenever you're doing things, because there's no way that you see the lasso animation and react to it. It's really tough, but he'll do what he can, and hopefully it's some good pounces there. Maybe gets some nice setup from his allies there.
It might actually have to alter his build because of this. Honestly, I mean,
just go raw tank. You think?
Yeah, just like things like Blink Dagger does not seem very effective. Even Lothar's. I mean, I don't know. We'll find out. But I would personally want to go for just like BKB Scotty or something if I was operating on the right-click build. Yeah, but we'll find out. Dual lane middle here for Fluff and Stuff and TC. Morphling in the Lich. Brax going to be down bottom with Whitebeard helping him out. IX Mike up in the top lane. And we'll see how things settle out.
It's actually one strat that I've actually heard. There was I can't remember which team it was. It was one of the top tier European teams about a year ago, but there was a game where they had a gyrocopter and there were some crazy server issues and everybody was at like a 400 plus ping, and they just went Divine Rapier on him because they're like, fuck it, okay, we can only right click, that's what we'll do, and
get the right click going. Oh man, but we'll find out how everything settles out here, and I think TC should get plenty of farm in the mid lane. Otherwise, if he doesn't, then everything has failed for them.
Down bottom, Gork's taking a lot of harassment from Whitebeard here. He's just hammering it home on this Jakiro. He's using the liquid fire as best he can to like slow his attack speed, but end of the day, ET still got maybe 8 right clicks on him, and the 2 ring of protections will only help him so much there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So up top, I will break through the trees.
IX Mike gonna make it out of this one. A little bit sketchy. Bottom lane, Gorak taking damage. And in the mid lane, Afro Ninja taking a lot of damage. He actually might go down here. He's just a couple right clicks away. One more will do it, and Fluff and Stuff. Frost Nova brings him down. There's your first blood on the Death Prophet.
So here we're going to be immediately TPing back to the front. The bottle is going to be very slow for Afro Ninja here. He started off with a very stats-heavy build, and, you know, that'll help him survive. That'll help him last it a little, but end of the day, it's not going to actually get him to that restoration. Braxton do some good damage here. Gorak is still trying to trade hits with this liquid fire and is setting himself up to be killed off very shortly. Like, this Tango's going to expire and he's going to have nothing to restore his HP. It's not like Jakiro. I mean, Jakiro's base strength is larger than most intelligence heroes, but at the end of the day, he still only has 1 HP regen per second, and that's not going to cut it. Ferrying out some more Tangos to the bottom lane.
Tower taking some shots here at these creeps. TC a little bit lower on the HP, but does have enough tangos. He should be able to get back up there, and we'll see if they can continue to punish this Death Prophet with this dual lane middle.
The really nice thing for Morphling in a dual lane is the fact that he can go so hard into agility here. His base stats right now are 15 to 38 in ratio of strength to agi, and he's just able to get so much right-click damage out of it because with the help of Tangos or a Salve from Fluff, he's able to always have full HP, so it doesn't matter if he's sporting, 500 hit points unless he's getting like 4-man ganked.
Yeah, absolutely. And Afro Ninja struggling thus far, 5-1 with death to his name as well, 12-5 for TC to be expected. So the dual lane is working. Unfortunately, Death Prophet is still getting a lot of levels, really unimpeded. So that is an issue, but obviously the Lich Sacrifice is going to slow things down a little bit. Got him jungling away here. Seems to be doing okay for himself. Has his Soul Ring and boots coming out.
Yeah, Mike finally getting boots himself. I'm really surprised it took this long for him to get turn for the courier, but it was a ground courier, of course, until the 3-minute mark. So finally he is able to move up and down the lane and he still has a Clarity and a Sav stocked up. In the meantime, Gorek, there is going to be a pull going against him. Yeah, this stacked pull for the Radiant side is going to allow Whitebeard to deny a ton of experience to this Jakiro, and also Whitebeard will get some nice gold for himself. He isn't actually pulling through. He could try to cut that tree, pull through to the next, but he's actually going to be doubling up a few creeps here. He's going to have 2 range creeps and 4 melee creeps in the next wave, along with that siege. It's almost like they want to push.
Yeah, it looks like it. And bottom lane, Liquid Fire going to work here, but Gorak actually, he's doing pretty well for this lane. Brax almost dodges the dual breath. I'm not actually sure you can dodge it.
Not with rank 1, no.
It seems unlikely. And
oh, got him in a bad spot here. No TP scroll. He doesn't really have any options here, and if he turns, he's dead already. So they're just going to keep napalming, and yeah, it looks like he is going to fall to the Frost Blast of Fluff and Stuff. Nice DD rune pickup. Nice general control of the runes. Like, previous game, it was a little bit lackluster in rune control. This game, they get both of them, and they put it to work.
things seem to be going well thus far for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Much better, at least, than the last game. And the first game was on Lux, this game on US East, and normally not too big of a factor, but Artes with high ping this game, but we'll see how things move and if that actually affects what's going to be happening here. But so far, he seems to be doing okay. He's a little bit low on CS, but huge issues. Mike taking a lot of damage here. Actually has to be careful. Gonna have to salve back up.
No, but Dread's actually going to take a lot of damage from the neutral creeps, and they might be able to turn it around. Luckily, he has 8 stacks of the Magic Stick and has the Shadow Wave, of course, available. So that will work out for him, but...
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Afro Ninja. Mid lane.
Oh, boy. Yeah,
that's
damage.
TC waveforms forward and grabs him. Nice waveform there. That could have potentially been bad if he did get that last Crypt Swarm off.
But with the fact that the Death Prophet is naturally so slow, it doesn't matter the fact that the Morphling only has 280 MS. Usually that's a limiting factor for him getting early kills, but having got kind of an even situation there makes it a-okay. Dazzle really baiting hard. Dread has this Magic Stick, he feels okay, and he's actually just going to get the salve back up. So even though Mike looks for the dive, he's going to be met with a nearly full HP Dazzle, who has that full Magic Stick and will force the TP back. No, Mike going down to the stun and Shadow Wave combo. Getting just a little bit too greedy, looking for that pick. And if he checks the Magic Stick, that's actually impossible.
He goes down. Unfortunate for him. Whitebeard trying to control this bottom lane a bit better. Level 6 for the Jakiro, so have not really been able to zone him out of this lane at all. Especially compared to Mike, who is sitting at level 4.
Got them Tranquils now. I mean, how do you duel against that? Like, he had HP regen issues before, but he got one extra quartet of tangos, and suddenly he is fine and dandy with these Tranquil boots. So now they're going to go in with the Dream Coil on him, and they're going to have to burst him down very, very quickly. Level 1 Natural Order enhancing some of the damage, but it won't be enough for the last hit. And it's going to be on the mid lane where the dive comes through. Afro Ninja, they need one more right click. TC won't have the waveform, and they don't have mana for the Frost Blast. Turning around, he gets the Crypt Swarm, but it costs him his life. What do you think about that trade?
I mean, I guess when you're killing a Death Prophet, you have to be happy with it, but unfortunate for Fluff there that he does go down. Maybe could have hid in the trees and just tried to let the Morphling go at it, but I mean, I think if you're killing the mid laner, it's probably okay.
Yeah, it's a direct profit of 171 for both sides there, so it is literally an even exchange in terms of gold and experience, but obviously the Morphling's early momentum is a little bit more important than the Death Prophet, who has already been limited quite a bit.
Continuing onwards, IX Mike has now transitioned to the jungle. I think this is a smart choice, given how top lane has been going. You really just got nothing up there, and unfortunately that does leave Artes to just free farm away here with this Slark.
And also Morphling's about to hit level 8 because of the sacrifice obviously helping him out as far as experience, but also the fact that he got literally a solo kill on the Death Prophet when it comes down to the EXP spread. Yeah, he is going to be topping out that experience per minute for a very long time. He's feeling good. Mike is going to go to the jungle, and yeah, I think that they are in a really good spot to start actually pushing towers together and maybe preventing Enigma from going for that early Mecha Blink.
Case picked up here by TC. That's put into the bottle. And they get the bottom rune as well. Good control there. They're going to try to rotate onto the Jakiro. There's the Dream Coil. He's going to try to TP out. Nope, Lich ulti going to cancel that one. And that's definitely going to be the end for Gorak here. Drops down the dual breath. Not enough. He goes down. They trade the Lich ulti, but they are able to finally kill this offlaner who has been quite a nuisance and gotten a lot out of the bottom lane. So TC going to move forward, and Apo Ninja here, who now is going to have to TP on out of here, and TC does not have a level on that adaptive strike, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, but it's almost as bad to just have to TP back
Yeah, I mean, you're
as
still
it is
missing
to
out on
die,
a ton of
because
gold.
you have a long walk of shame back to the lane. You miss out 2 full creep waves of experience when you've already been missing so much from the sacrifices.
Yeah.
This is not where a Death Prophet would ever be in a normal game.
Absolutely, and this dual lane middle has definitely worked out for Sneaky Nick's. Midas is going to be the choice here for TC, so he's just going to be going for getting those levels, getting that farm, and I think it should work out for them. I mean, the only thing that worries me about this, again, is what we saw happen in the last game, the dual core maybe taking this game over, but 9 minutes here with that Midas, as well as an Aquila, Boots, and Bottle. TC is very farmed, 53 last hits, 2-0-1.
Yeah. Right now, the Enigma's not too far behind him in experience. If you look at the experience per minute chart, it's actually 420 for Gotham, 412 for the Morphling, and then the Puck is a little bit behind that because he has gotten quite a few, or gotten the 1 assist. But in this situation, getting the Midas out at this stage in the game, TC is going to be top of the charts from this point forward, and he can definitely make use of the stats that he gains up there. Alex Mike gonna get hit up by a few abilities here, but a simple TP scroll away. Enigma not here to cancel that one.
Middle, there's a huge fight here between Fluff and Apo Ninja. Fluff needs to be careful. Is going to go down here, but the question is, are they going to be able to kill Apo Ninja? No, they're not. So Fluff goes down for free.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, that's really awkward. I thought they were going to try to converge on him there. Fluff playing so aggressively.
They scouted this regen rune. He is not going back to base. He is going for the bottom rune spawn, and Gorek is going to zone it for him. This would be a huge rune pickup for him, as he's able to stay out on the battlefield and actually get the experience that he's been lacking this entire game. Meanwhile, up top, there is going to be the Edict, breaking down the siege creep, and they're going to be able to take this top tier 1.
And he doesn't even have a bottle yet. He has to go for the bracer and magic wand just to get these stats, get the HP, so he doesn't just get blown up by TC. And I think that's just a necessary evil at this point. Are they going to actually try to defend this top tower? I don't think so. Brax just going to spam in a little bit.
They got the Chain Frost and Dream Coil. Fluff has the mana for it.
Now they're going to back up. They do need to be careful here of the black hole. They do, of course, have the Lich ulti like you mentioned, so they are going to back up. They force them back. The threat of those ultimates, I guess, is enough to push them back.
Okay, so we're going to have a Midas on Fluff's Lich. I've seen him do it a lot on Mirana, and I love it for that hero because she really doesn't benefit from 1 2,000 gold item. She needs like 3. But what do you think about it for the Lich? Do you think that he could have something more valuable in like a Force Staff or something else?
I mean, the Force Staff seems enticing always.
Mechanism?
I mean, Mechanism seems pretty good as well. So, I don't know. I'm torn on this. I don't love it. Gorak in the bottom lane looks like he might go down here. Yeah, down he goes. TC able to grab that one. Well, Mike actually getting the last hit, 1,200 gold for him. So he's finally getting his way towards that Blink Dagger, and harassment here from Dread, but he might be a little bit out of his comfort zone with no levels in Shallow Grave at this point. Might get run down here. Fluff and stuff gonna slow him, and he is dead.
Oh, nice attempt to turn around, but TC has enough mana to morph a little bit more, and he will get the last hit for a killing spree. I gotta say, if I'm allowed to be critical of these guys, that I do not like this Dazzle skill build at all. At 1 point in Poison Touch is fine. It's pretty valuable for the mana cost. But if you're starting to increase your Poison Touch to 2 or 3, you might as well max it out.
Yeah.
Like the two value points in the Poison Touch, since it got reworked and that's scaling, is level 1 and level 4. 2 and 3 are useless unless you're going all the way with them. So for now, 3 points in Shadow Wave. It does mean he can spam that heal out and do some physical nuke, but it's I definitely would rather see like a 1-1-3 build than what he currently has.
Mike getting himself a nice bit of creeps here. Gorak getting a piece of it as well. And now Mike is very close to that Blink Dagger.
I don't think he'll be able to get it.
Yeah. Slow attack animation. Oh, although if they run it right by him, you might get it.
Exactly. Yeah, he sees it, but it's almost a bait. Like right now, Fluff is actually in an okay position with his Chain Frost. Can they get him to clump up? No. They're spreading. They know the rules of the Delta Split.
They are not falling for that one. That could have been disastrous. They do. Artes, meanwhile, is just continuing to farm away in this bottom lane. He's still going to be going for the Lothars.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
It can work. I mean, he's going to get nuked down pretty hard is the problem, but in this situation, you have to go an item before you go straight for the Scotty. You need some form of mobility, and as you mentioned, the Blink has its limitations here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gotham going to continue farming, has that mechanism finished, have not seen a black hole yet. But he is happy to just continue farming away here.
I actually played against a Slark who used the Shadow Amulet very interestingly. It was a 1v1 matchup. I think it was like Centaur versus Slark. But anytime he would get low on HP, I would like double edge him, and he immediately just used the Shadow Amulet on himself. Just sitting at, not in Fog of War, just sitting in the middle of the damn lane, but getting the Shadow Dance regen because he can. And he rushed it like before boots. It was weird, but... You know, we've got here a nice little lasso. Got him. Is gonna be going down. Mech will delay it, but in the end, he doesn't really accomplish too much with his life. And it's gonna be the recoil on mid. Nice Earth Splitter too.
Down. Gorak taking a lot of damage here. Afro Ninja as well. Now Lich, ulti, gonna sail in. Does not get the very lucky bounce off, and now no choice. Now Dread's gonna get hit. Continues bouncing. Shallow grave here. Afro Ninja, good grave. He's gonna go down. Mike's still alive though. Dread, he's gonna fall. Triple kill for TC, and that is not the way for Hellraisers to win this game with a 6-0 TC. Forcing a fight there into the Lich ulti, maybe not the best idea. Slark still not participating.
2,000 damage in that fight.
Yeah, that's not
2,000 damage. Like, everybody's got 1,000 or less, and he is able to take so many heroes down with that ulti. Just beautiful with the creep wave. Honestly, all the ultimates there were really insanely good. The Dream Coil, the Earth Splitter, and damn that Chain Frost.
Everyone going to work, and that fight does not work out for the Hellraisers. Another one like that, and TC is going to have a shotgun too. He almost has the Lincoln Sphere off the back of that fight. 78 CS here at 15 minutes. Hellraisers not looking quite as good as game number 1 here. Artest not really participating at all. 74 CS for him, just farming up this Shadow Blade.
Yep, he's getting the maxed out Dark Pack, so he can farm out the jungle quite efficiently, and there is going to be the Shadow Blade, but we'll see if it does enough. It is going to be the sleep onto the Death Prophet here, but no follow-up will come through. Actually, it's going to be the Puck, but without Dream Coil, it's just harassment, forcing them off the tower.
2 seconds now for the Dream Coil though, so if they try to recommit again, could see something similar happening, although the Lich ulti is 60 seconds away, so I'm not sure it's going to be quite as severe without that. There is a Morphling Replicant sitting in the mid lane, so that's available. Brax maybe is going to go forward here. Nope, he's going to... Too afraid. There's way too many heroes there. Tower is denied.
Oh, Art's going to go and wipe your here, though. He does get the Soul Ring out. Will put out a nice ultimate here, and they're going to have to split across. It will not hit anybody, but it zones them away, so the Morphling will be able to jump. Well, he had the Replicant at the top lane, so it wouldn't have been too difficult for him to escape anyways. Still pretty flashy. Either way, they're going to follow this up with a tier 1 push. 18 seconds on the Exorcism CD, but yeah, they've got the creeps now. They have the wave, they have the Eidolons, and they have the Liquid Fire.
And in the meantime, looks like Sneaky Nick Assassin's going to be looking to take the top lane tower down in exchange, but tier 2 for a tier 1, never really where you want to be at, and TC with this Lincoln's just taking a little bit to actually come online, even with 6-0. He has bought a lot of items beforehand, so the Lincoln's a little bit slow.
Oh, nice deny! They get the deny on the mid tier 1 and tier 2 as Brax pulls out a really well-timed last hit on only 80 damage. Maybe he had the int treads, but nah, it's just, that's really damn good. They do have the X system for Roche, though, if they want to go for that. Liquid Fire, again, is really good in that situation, but they are up against a Bat Rider, who gets a nice 2 last hits real quick before the neutrals get sniped. They are going into the pit. It is pinged out, and they do have to look to invade this if they're feeling good. Mike has his blink, Firefly in 10 seconds, but Roche dropping quickly.
TC sending a Replicant down, looking to take down this top tower. Are they actually going to be able to stop this before anything happens? He could have an opportunity for a really good stomp there. Is going to go for it. That lands on only 2. The Exorcism Ghost still going to work, but now he pushes up Afro Ninja to the high ground. Artest stuck in the pit. Gorak taking tons of damage. The Dream Coil is here. The Chain Frost is going to do so much damage here. The Black Hole's coming in. TC taking damage. Maybe going to fall, but there's no damage. There's the Crypt Swarm finishing up, and now Afro Ninja down onto the low ground. Down he goes. Enigma falling. Afro Ninja looks like he's going to go down as well. And buybacks. 3 buybacks. Puck takes down 1. Artest sounds 4 buyback. Everyone from the Hellraisers is buying back. Mike is here. He's going to go down, but they are able to take down Artest once again. Got him. Is here. The stomp's going to not land on him. He stops it with the stun. Got him. Trying to make it out of this one. Trying to take down Whitebeard. Silence is there. He is going to fall, but he falls as well. They're trading kills. Afro Ninja is back up, but TC, he's alive. He's walking into the Roche pit with Brax. Are they actually going to be able to finish this? More TPs coming in. It's the Jakiro. There's also, of course, the Death Prophet and Dread here as well. They put down the weave. They want to kill Aegis. They need this Aegis. TC is going to grab it. He's silenced up, though. Maybe loses 1. No, he's morphing strength up to the high ground. He's alive. stalked by the neutrals, and in the end, it is the Sneaky Nyx Assassins who find themselves with the Aegis in their pockets. It's TC. Can he make it out of here?
Yeah, he's got the replicant up. He is home free right here. As soon as the silence ends, and there it is. Macro Pyre not sufficient here. TC will walk away. But man, that was a hell of a fight. So many buybacks back and forth, but Hellraiser's making the critical error here, trying to fight against a Radiant Elder Titan in that pit. And on top of that, man, that Lich has a really good opportunity for the ulti. It actually didn't do as much with an unlucky bounce to the farthest hero away, but end of the day, it was great ultimates, setting up the team fight, and obviously they had the sense of mind to check the pit with the Astro Spirit and get a good stomp to start them off.
Yeah, and pause here. I would have to imagine that something ping related. And apparently we've got another slight sound delay issue, and unfortunately there's just nothing we can do about that. I'm going to go ahead and pass the buck off and say it is not my fault. Which is
not the Gurg production value, man.
Wow. Lame.
Got a reputation to uphold.
And Gorak pulled back. Looks like he's going to be going down here. No way to get out of this one. Puppy paws or no.
Maelstrom?
What? Question mark? I guess you can Mjolnir the Morphling? I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't seem like a great item choice.
It's probably because it isn't a great item choice. It's gonna be FNJ Invis stalking up the Maelstrom Lich, and he's gonna exorcism him for it. The ice armor is not up, but it wouldn't have saved him here. He goes down, and FNJ just TP's out immediately. So
Dread's
that does
gonna die
waste
in
the
the mid
cooldown,
lane.
and Dread will be used up.
He's dead. Down he goes. Dies actually to the damage from that. Yules and Artes on the hunt here. Wants to find Whitebeard. Oh, Whitebeard knows. He's like, oh god. There is a Slark here. And there's the pounce. Artes ping or no. He is able to grab this one. Looks like he should kill Whitebeard. Nope. That was something.
And he still wants it really badly, but I'm not sure if he can. Even if he goes Shadow Blade and pounce, he's got to be precise. And we're going to see the fight break out of the bottom room. TC
there's the
cannot
Aegis.
morph. And didn't want to with that Aegis up. He's going to kill Gotham out of the
Maybe not. Yes.
Aegis, but
really
no, doesn't get a chance.
There he's going to waveform away. Gorak catches them, still silent, still morphing. Where's the rest of his team to help him out? Brax finally back on the case, but he goes down, loses the Aegis for nothing.
Yeah.
Brax maybe going to die now as well. This fight looking extremely uncoordinated. Lich maybe going to walk in for a good ulti here. There's the stomp. That is not going to hit. Things are looking awkward.
Mike is pushing up top with the Batrider here, and everybody else was just too low to do anything. Brax didn't have much mana. Whitebeard was very low on HP after that Slark engagement. They just couldn't really take a fight there, but they still went for it on that bottom rune, and that was the error. The position that they were in was not compatible, and yet they gave the good old college try with that Aegis. He actually morphed full strength here, 113 over 0 on the strength Agi, and that's still not enough. The Lincoln Sphere... I mean, it's a standard item on Morphling, but it slows down his offensive potential, and honestly, there's not that much that he wants to...
It's also not particularly good this game.
No.
Bulky
Buff
stuff dead.
gonna die for the second time after picking up that Maelstrom. So, I would have to, like, try to justify this by saying Maelstrom increases your farm no matter what hero you are, but in this case, since he's dying so often he's not farming, the Midas would be better because it's cooldown-based rather than you farming creeps-based.
Yeah, agreed. Artes...
I'm not sure if that was a cocky pickup, like he feels he's so far ahead that it doesn't matter what he buys, or if he really does feel it'll contribute more to the game here with the AoE magical damage and a little bit more right-click on his part.
I mean, I can definitely see the argument for having the Mjolnir on TC. I mean, you know he's going to get hit a lot, and you're going to get a lot of lightning procs off of it, but it still doesn't seem ideal, to be honest. I mean, that Elder Titan could buy that item or something. I mean, he's going to be going for a Yules, but...
And then they can use Yules to purge it off if they so wish. They're going to have 2 Yule Scepters, one on FNJ, one on Gorak, and it will purge off the static... what's the active called, actually?
Static Charge, I think?
Static Charge, good call.
That's it.
But, yeah, in this case, it's just going to be them having more damage to bring to the fray, but we'll see if it's enough. We were talking about the Lincoln Sphere. Yeah, the only thing that you're really blocking from that is either a Yules or the Malefice. The Poison Touch, you really don't care if you got hit by that.
Mike just fail-fished.
Top tower.
Used the lasso right on Dark Pack, and 500 MS or not, Hellraisers are just looking to end this game here with the Death Prophet pushing in. I mean, they're taking these fights.
Nice stomp though. This could set up a huge Earth Splitter. They're gonna go in. Can they get the coil off? No, it doesn't matter. They still get 2 in the splitter, doing a lot of AoE damage, but TC's in mid. TP scroll available, but they don't even bother to hold the tower. They harass them, but Dread's gonna heal that right back up. He's got 2 Shadow Waves before any real fight breaks out. They can be full HP as needed here. And I honestly don't feel the right thing is to waste your cooldowns to do some AoE damage if you're not gonna follow it up, but that's what they've done. They get the full heal, and Hellraisers walks away. Ends up being a tier 2 for a tier 2.
And TC pushing into tier 3 is going to back up. Damage done though. I mean, he gets the tier 2. Actually, no damage done on the tier 3, but getting the tier 2 tower in exchange. Brax is so dead. Oh my god, he could not be more dead. Oh my. Oh my. Is he gonna live? No way. No way. Oh, that would have been. I would have actually should have brick if he had lived through that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if he blinks the direction he's facing, he actually does get out, but I'm not sure if he gets out after the blink. Like, you have to orb, and then you have no phase to jaunt. He could have lived a little, like, a second
little longer.
No, if he had done it correctly, it would have been a second longer life, but yeah, I don't think he actually fully gets out unless they really just let it slip through their fingers. So hard to break this base, though. The Ice Armor is going to be up on the tower now since Lich isn't pushing. He's defending, and with the Ice Armor, with the Astral Spirit, with the Puck wave clear, like, it's actually really hard to break down this base. And he's going in.
Yule's up in the air, stops and immediately Ice Path as well. That's going to land on TC. Now he's going to work. Mike instantly dead. Here comes the Earth Splitter, though. No one, well, one caught in that. There's the Adaptive Strike. That takes down the Dazzle. Brax with the Dream Coil trying to set something up here, but now it's over. He's Yule's up in the air. There's a great stomp. That's going to land on a couple. They're going to try to bring down Artes, who now runs away. Sentry going down. Got him. Taking damage. Another great Ice Path from Gorak. Trying to bring him down. One more right click will do it. Down he goes. Got him. Going to go down as well. Hit down by the Stapler. Artes trying to turn this one back around. Down goes Whitebeard. He's going to fall to that one now. Fluff and Stuff trying to TP out of this fight. Looks like he will make it out, but 3 for 2, so Nyx maybe slightly get a little bit better handle on that one, but actually a buyback from Brax in that fight.
Yeah, and the Lincoln does save his life there, as there would have been an easy Yule's into Silence combo coming in from the Death Prophet there, and the Slark would have been able to follow that up, but with the Lincolns not happening, they still will break down the tier 3 though with this X system, and it's the high ground defense from here, the Midnight Hour for them. They get the Yule onto Arts.
And that's going to slow him.
He's got the pounce.
Whoa, up to the high ground. Mike gonna try to hunt him down now. Nope, too fast with the Shadow Ants running away. Very weird game.
It certainly is. I mean, obviously after that Roche fight with all the buybacks and Morphling merging with the Aegis, it really felt like it was a 90 to 10 chance of Hellraisers losing this game. But they've brought it back very nicely here, taking the tier 3 bottom, taking multiple fights here, and if you look at the net worth, they've got 3 of the top 4 slots. I don't feel that Mike has really shown his Batrider prowess this game.
He keeps trying to lasso on the Slark, which is great in theory, but every single time it seems like it's getting dark pacted off, which is actually amazing.
Yeah, ping baited.
Ping baited. Got him. Artes going for the straight Scotty, same build as the last game. Mike being a nuisance, just trying to get on out of here.
I mean, that's just going to be spreading the map now. Brax farming up top should have all the escape mechanisms he needs to survive anything but a black hole. And, yeah, in the meantime, Slark's going to be going towards that Scotty very shortly. Just needs maybe an Ancient or maybe 3 or 4 neutral camps, and he's going to be able to take that out. In the meantime, yeah, the Lich is able to farm up, push out the waves himself. Fluff kind of does like to do these across the map plays. We've seen it in the past where he just kind of is like all the way across the map hiding in the trees. He waits until the next wave comes and he just pushes out real quick. As long as he has a TV scroll, he can do this without too many repercussions, but it's going to be the last one up top.
Gorak caught here, but can't do anything. It's only Brax behind him. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish there, but Puck does not really have any damage, so they need TC's assistance, who is just 15 gold away from getting the shotgun, as Artes getting a pick off onto Fluff, who gets punished for his split pushing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Letting the Slark through this draft here and banning out, I think, the Legion and the Void doesn't feel that great. But the double coil! Alpha Ninja will dodge out that Earth Splitter, but will break the coil in the end.
What an Ice Path, though. And now they're caught. Yules, Alpha Ninja is probably looking like he's going to go down here. Yules, one right click will do it. Yes, he goes. Shakiro up in the air as well. Yules gaming. TC gets a killing spree, now has a shotgun. Maybe that's enough to turn this one around for the Sneaky Nick Assassins, who, I mean, there are a bit ahead, but it feels like they should just be destroying this game with how mid lane went, with how that fight at the Roche pit went, but struggling.
They don't have this game yet. Arts with the Scotty, the black hole, having so much potential. They've got a pipe and a mech to deal with all this damage that's coming out. I honestly feel that HR still have a really decent chance at this game here, but it comes down to the next few minutes. Honestly, like, although this game could go 60, I feel these next 5 or 6 minutes is going to be the most impactful of the entire game. We're going to see the Roche be spawning in just a minute here, a very late spawn, actually pretty much as late as it can get.
Yep.
And that's going to be causing pause for Hellraisers here.
And TC is going to take this opportunity to take down the tower. There it goes.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And waiting for this Astral Spirit to return from across the map.
Oh yeah, I hate that. I hate that so much. I really feel that that should not be a thing.
Yeah.
I like it on Timbersaw because you can do the cool tree breaking stuff, but on ET it is the most annoying thing.
Yeah. Wow, that
Feature,
new,
I guess.
that new clap is loud as hell.
Dude, he just like, he's literally echo stomped the mid lane. Like he did an echo stomp from Fountain, like all the way out here. Like I don't, just cuz.
Why not? Jakiro going to be going for the Blink Dagger once again. So Hellraiser's sticking to the same sort of draft, and seems to be working, honestly.
Trying to sneak into the Roche pit here. They've got the medallion up on Roshan. Radiant Observer Wards did not scout this out, but IX Mike is going in here onto Gotham. This would be a huge pickoff. He popped the pipe. He will get a chance to use the mech, but it will not change his fate. Even with the Midnight Pulse Black Hole, he kills no one. He wastes cooldowns. He's just buying time for his team, and he's buying it quite well. He's still alive, and the Roche will fall.
I think that's a space created on the chat wheel right there as Slark picks up the Aegis, and great stomp there by Whitebeard, catches Artes, who was invisible. Now Jakiro moving forward, looking for the initiation with that Yule's Ice Path. TC does need to be careful here.
They were really just spreading their position on that Enigma just in case there was like an out of smoke and deceit follow-up where they could be 3 or 4 man black hold and just you know, hitting themselves in the head after that one. But their hesitance leaves Enigma alive. The Roche falls, and that Aegis once again going to Artez's Slark, who is looking mighty fine with his current item progression.
Yeah, and Hellraisers in retreat here. I think they know that smoke gank is happening.
I don't know. Slark pops out of his invisibility, and he is in a really bad spot now. Silenced up, now the stomp, and it's going to be very difficult for him to get out.
TC moving in. Artes still alive somehow. He hasn't even used the Aegis yet. There's the Ethereal Blade, but able to get off that Shadow Dance and continue healing up. Mike does grab Dread, who's getting dragged back into the fight, gets blown up. Artes still running around. There's the Ice Path. He might have overstayed his welcome. Dark Pack going to go down. There's the Aegis. Now, they need to find a way to kill him again. That's going to be the stomp. And
just get out,
wait.
honestly.
Yeah,
you can't fight him again.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I mean, that's Aegis, and TC gets out. They only lose the Elder Titan. They kill Dazzle, they pop the Aegis. I gotta say, that's a win for SNA.
Well, now can they handle the onslaught that's coming afterwards, though? Exorcism's going to be up in 40 seconds.
Tough call. Fluff is still doing his split push thing. He'll TP back with the level 2 Chain Frost, actually doing it now. But yeah, the Dagon Puck is going to be the Sentinel on the cliff. IX Mike still waiting for that lasso in 30 seconds, and the ET in 20. Looks like they will not feel confident enough to push in. They've just lost their Aegis. They want more farm on Artez, so they're just going to take the enemy jungle. And Morphling will keep farming mid.
Yeah, and TC is getting extremely farmed. I mean, we might get to this point where TC can just take this game over, but he is going to be facing up the dual core here.
Yeah, curious what if he goes for the Manta next to break the silence, or goes for the Butterfly just to nullify some of the right clicks from Slark, force him to go MKB once more.
Could be a possibility. I mean, I think either are okay. Any stats are good stats on this hero, so.
Or we could just go for BOT, spread the map a little bit more. He's already been doing a really good job of pushing across the map and TPing home, but if you get BOTs with that 50-second cooldown, the Replicant with the 80-second cooldown, you can be pretty much everywhere at once. Bottom lane, though, this could be a great stomp, but the Morphling has to TP back. for them to actually facilitate it. Up to the high ground, there is no detection in play. Arts is going to be going right onto the racks.
And TC taking down the tier 3 in the top lane. A great stomp is buying them actually a lot of time here. Yules, there's the pipe. Now they're going to commit with that pipe activated. Are they going to be able to find anything? Mike is going to go down without using the lasso. Does not have buyback Dream Coil here for the puck. Artest going to snap that. He's stuck. TC going in, trying to bring down Apple Ninja. Can't do it. Gem on the deck. Artest trying to take down something, now backing up, and it looks like the Sneaky Nick Assassins cannot hold off this onslaught. Down goes one Rax. Well, Glyph Pop, that'll buy them another couple seconds, and the Ghost's actually running out, so maybe it is going to live. Artest, though, moving forward, slamming down on TCU, has to use the waveform to back up. Down goes the Rax. Artest still going to work. Now, he is just seemingly unkillable, wicked sick. Really great performance from him.
I mean, he's got all the cooldowns in the world. He's got 2100 HP. He can do whatever he wants, and they don't have the answer. Now, it is worth noting as the game progresses that Natural Order will make it so that the agi he gains from Essence Shift isn't as palpable as it could be. But even still, he's got the bonus 14 right now, and he's going to go on to TC again. Look at the stats just drop. He's losing all of those precious stats that he's purchased up, and yeah, it is going to be the bottom lane of Rax broken through. A buyback for us from Fluff and stuff. Hellraiser's gonna walk away from there.
Yeah, and I think they'll be happy with that buyback. I mean, that was pretty huge for them, honestly, and maybe trying to catch someone pushing out the lane. Hellraiser's looking really strong.
Yeah, they're finding these opportunities to destroy Mike's engage. Like, he jumps in, he wants to do something, then he gets Yule stopped. It's happened like 4 times this game. And while that might be a little bit of projected movement from Mike, it's also great reflexes from 240 ping Dota from Hellraisers. They're able to get that quick Yules off before he can lasso force away, and that means that they're able to take most of these engagements 5v4.
Now they're pushing through the top lane. They want to just get the 2 ends of the Raxes. There is a lot to work through, though. They have to get the tier 2 as well, and now they see Fluff in the mid lane with that ward. He's going to turn back up, walk up. Mike, again, gonna be Yules and Ice Path. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 8,000 times, shame on you.
And Art's in the front line.
Looks like he's just going to be running on forward here. Does take down the Elder Titan. Wants to maybe kill Brax as well, who does blink away, but again, they're just fighting 4 on 5. They killed the Elder Titan 3 on 5 and forces a buyback here from Whitebeard and Sneaky Nick Assassins. Doesn't matter that they have an 11 and 2 morph lane. They can't seem to figure out a way to actually win these fights anymore.
Until Mike gets a BKB, there is no easy answer. They have to get some incredible stomps coming in from Whitebeard. He is doing some good damage with these Earth Splitters, but he was just forced to buy back. His progression has stopped. It's all about skill now. This is got to be him entirely. But with the weave to the high ground, Slark having 30 edgy stolen, carried over, this could be the death push.
Brax up in the air, has to Yules himself, trying to clear out a way to get something going here, but now Artest moving forward. The Ghosts are going to work. They have to move quickly. There's the Ethereal Blade on Gorak. Does not kill him quite yet. Now Yules again for Gorak, and they just keep using, keep healing. They have the pipe up again. That helps. Waiting. There's the lasso. Finally, he's able to grab Apple Ninja, getting right-click down to the stapler, going to work now. Artest is godlike, though. He is doing so much damage. Now finally goes down to Whitebeard. Can they actually move on this, though? I feel like Artest can just turn this around. Great stomp. Dark hacked it off. Now they're all in full retreat. Yules looks like they might have to abandon the Dazzle here. Maybe not. They still have Black Hole. There's the Keyblade. He's dead.
Nothing left to abandon there, and it looks like Autumn will fall with him. Just very reluctant to retreat out of this. Like you said, there was some possibility of turning, but you have to have a captain to make the clear call. You turn and burn, or you just give it up. Arts is going to go in here, and he does have his Shadow Dance available, but will pounce down to the high ground after taking some nukes. Got him. He was trying to play the distraction game, and Got him is going to go for an interesting turn, forcing, quote-unquote, the Chain Frost from the Lich, and everybody will walk away. Except for the Puck, who is in the air for the moment, face shifting, looking for the blink, and he will get it to the high ground here.
Just barely. But
Morphling, dude. That's costly.
Yeah, that's a lot used, and now that delays whatever his next choice is going to be. It looks like it is going to be that Manta. I guess it could be a Scotty, but...
Yeah, it could be, but I don't like that. I think that he just, if he gets the defensive pickup so he can actually use his spells, he'll feel more confident in the fights.
Continuing on forward, Hellraiser's just looking to continue the pressure with Jakiro. pressuring this top lane. Artest is looking for someone farming, but not able to find anyone. Well, 37 minutes here. Hellraiser's looking to be in a good position. Gold is...
Oh, Fluff. Goodbye.
Fluff just... Oh yeah. He is dead. He's a dead boy. Hellraiser's now taking the gold lead for the first time since about 2 or 3 minutes into the game. XP looking extremely even, and you can see what happened here. It's Sneak and Nyx Assassins not able to capitalize on that huge advantage they had. Mike makes it out, not first hit bash.
But even still, I mean, this Slark is hitting his late game stride really effectively. They're going to get a Roche spawn very quickly. Drake can just sit here. If they don't put the courier here, they might as well just put a support. And this is going to be spawning in just 10 seconds if he waits around. So the Aegis going to the Slark, along with the fact that he can, with the confidence of that second life, buy an Abyssal Blade, that could be the game breaker. Ix might going to get caught as well. They can't play like this. This is essentially a Clinks when he's got a Shadow Blade, though Ix Mike does get the last off and can just blink out.
Looks like he might make it out of this one, despite his transgressions. Is alive. Brax now has to be really careful. Should be all right. Has shown that he is quite capable of playing extremely aggressively and still living through it. Artest bouncing back and forth. Now Dread moving into the Roche pit. I think
Hellraiser's pretty low on mana here. He's only got 270, so they can't follow this up with anything. They just have to take the Roche and refuel.
So the Hellraiser's going to take Roshan and then try to end the game afterwards, I think. Cheese on this one as well. Seems like it's going to be hard for the Nyx Assassins to deal with.
Oh yeah, if you get Cheese on the Death Prophet, she's already been doing a lot of work just self-utilizing and such, but if she's able to survive for that long with her maxed out Exorcism, even with Ice Armor and everybody, it's going to hurt.
Someone's going to grab that. Jakiro want to pick up the cheese, might transfer it later. We'll have to find out. Death Prophet could just sell the drum.
He's getting his Shiva's Guard up on himself, but that doesn't take an item slot. I think he just needs to grab the cheese and not worry about TPing back home.
Yeah, that's true. Now grabs that one, but gonna be grabbed up here by Ix Mike. Are they gonna be able to get the kill off on him? Looks like it. Well, maybe not. I think they should get him here.
Yeah, nice attempt from Gorak, but it's not gonna be enough.
Brax maybe gonna make it out of this one yet again.
What a nuisance. It's as slippery as the Slark, as it were.
Very, very annoying.
Abyssal is picked up from the Aegis Immortal, though. Slark is very confident to buy out here.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he can just kill anyone now.
Yeah, and now that Lincoln's becomes like a must-have. Like, if he didn't have it already, I would say TC now has to go for Lincoln's, but he's had it for a while here. He's up to survivability with it, and he actually goes for the BKB. Did he sell it?
No, it's still on his. It's still on the courier.
Okay.
That would have been. If he had sold it, that would have been some. That would have been some very, very all in. Very
buying
afraid.
back and then selling 1,050 gold down the drain. That would have been so painful to watch for any carry player, but TC, he keeps it managed, just keeps it stashed, and he will have this fresh BKB for the next fight. It won't help against Midnight Pulse, Black Hole, or Slark at all, really. But
oh, there's one popped. The Abyssal is going to be available. He's going to get Ice Path. No, very well played there. Pops that BKB, but now he's Abyssal. Should be able to make it out of this one, but that's BKB charge used for an Abyssal cooldown, and they'll take that trade any day.
Certainly will, and long term, it's going to be really nice for them. Brax up top will pop the Yules. We'll just look to disengage because this is not a fight you want to take. He is going to take so many hits, though. The jaunt away will actually get a chance to TB. Yeah, the Dream Coil will set that up for him. So Brax kind of just buying time for that BKB to cool down, and yeah, running circles around them. But Slark back in.
Oh god, he's all right. Brax has been very good on this puck.
Yeah, he's just making the NA Dota plays where you can go YOLO and still come out the other end very, very nicely. He's going to have to time this very nicely, though.
Oh, perfect base shift. Brax putting on a clinic here with this puck. Jesus. Oh. That was amazing.
Out of Invis.
What a player. Map hacks. Maybe that's not a funny joke anymore since half of CSGO scene just got banned. Maybe I'm not allowed to make that joke.
Half? I thought it was like 3 people.
I don't know. It was a lot of people.
I really don't know.
But Whitebeard trying to keep everyone away here. Veil actually put down.
So buyback on Morphling is cooling down in 35 seconds. His BKB is up in 3, and I think they can actually look to try to take a fight. It's going to be difficult, but Art's already starting. Oh, the Aegis is gone. Dagon plus E-Blade equals 1 dead fish.
Especially with the Veil there as well. And now Artes looking to go to work there. He sleeped down. Maybe this is an opportunity for them. Lasso going through on to Afro Ninja. But the Grave keeping him alive. He does have the Yules as well. Can pop himself up in the air. Doesn't. No. Brax grabs him. Dives through the fight. Able to grab that one. Now TC taking a lot of damage. The Abyssal already used. There's the stomp. Now they're going to try to turn it back around. Artes still alive. No, he's dead. Black Hole canceled immediately. Yules up in the air. The Weave is going down. They're trying to take down the Syrax. There's the Ethereal Blade. The Lich ulti sailing through Gorak down Brax. Able to bring down Gotham as well. Double kill. They defend the base. 5-man team wipe. What a defense from the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Not a single buyback used. They do still lose 1 building, but that was something.
Yeah, the Shallow Grave was really strong from Dazzle there, but it wasn't.
Puck did 4,000 damage in that fight.
Dagon, yeah, he used 2 Dagons. I mean, it's a short cooldown now that it's Dagon 5, and he used it very nicely to finish off the Slark, or set up the kill for that, and then obviously he brought down the Death Prophet there at the tail end too. So, I mean, the Shallow Grave wasn't followed up by the self-Yules, and the Death Prophet just didn't do enough in that fight. Along with that, really quick Yules from Whitebeard to stop the Black Hole, and yeah, they take it away. Now they've got everything they need to finish this off. Can Gorak be killed? Yes, he certainly can. The Shotgun, the Natural Order, and the Veil. The numbers on that combo is absolutely insane.
And down goes one side of Rax here. Sneaky Nyx Assassins have really put themselves in a great position after destroying that fight.
1,600 damage from the Morphling with that 2-button combo. That'll kill almost anyone here.
Look at the XP swing now. Jeez, 10k in favor of the Sneaky Nyx Assassins of what was a very, very close game after that, or before rather, that last fight. And now a Rax is down. Another set of Raxes are exposed.
And Artes is in a really difficult situation here because he did go for that Abyssal Blade, which feels good when you have an Aegis, but when you just get it shotgunned out, that means now he is a hard carry at 45 minutes without buyback, and that's going to be true for a while because he's level 21 and he has no reliable gold, 273 in fact. So yeah, this is going to be a very slow farm for him to get into buyback range, and obviously TC is already there.
Yeah, TC is just continuing to farm away here, as now almost has enough for the Manta style.
Brax has played an amazing game, I have to say. This is just insane what he's been able to accomplish. And they're going to go again. The combo. Oh! Where once there was a Death Prophet.
And TC evacuates. Hits the eject button. Replicant's out of there. Does not want to get caught. Brax is playing unbelievably well. 7-2 and 19 with 216 CS. The safe lane Puck.
Set him up for success, and he's been doing wonders here. I mean, absolutely great usage of pretty much every skill. There was, I'm very little that he could have done differently in this game, but they've been able to bring it back. Right now, 3 racks remain for Sneaky Nyx Assassins, 4 racks for the Hellraisers. That top lane is actually going to be extremely in favor of the Dire, but otherwise, I mean, that's been a situation that's been true for quite some time, and it still remains so, but not as fatally, I guess is the way to put it. We do have an Aghanim Scepter buyout onto Dread. Really wants to make the most of this weave, but that along with the Lincoln Sphere on Gotham.
Mike is Abyssal, trying to make it out of this one. Had to use the BKB. Artes trying to grab him. Blinking, wants the lasso, is able to get it. Can he pull him?
I don't know about this.
He pulls him. Oh, I thought he was going to try to leave him on the cliff. He is very stuck, though. Has to use the pounce to get away. Dazzle was there a second ago. Exploded.
Yeah, it's a distraction tactic. I mean, you really can't kill the Slark off of that, but in the end, the Batrider walks away, and they kill the Dazzle in the interim, so not too shabby. I really like how this draft has turned into a magical nuke, really like a firing squad. Like, essentially, all these guys have some crazy amount of magical damage to put out, all enhanced by Whitebeard here. He's the one who sets it up, and then both Brax and TC is going to get going on up top. The Abyssal not going to come through without breaking the Lincolns, and yeah, he'll just replicate down bottom. But yeah, and even Fluff, you got the Mjolnir, you've got the Chain Frost, the Frost Blast, like they can just obliterate anybody. And I mean, it's nice to have the pipe and the Lincolns up on Enigma, it gives them a chance, but it just doesn't seem to be sufficient at the moment, as they're just caught inside their base. Jakiro still has cheese, mind you, so they could give that to the Slark anytime they want. But as it stands, he's going for the aggro play and could be turned on if they have the detection.
He's going to go on to the Fluff, who is going to get bashed out here. Goes down, trying to TP out.
Painful. Obviously, you can't use that if he's already got the Dark Pack going, so that is just cut your losses type situation.
Tries TP out, tries to get him to use the Abyssal Blade, but not even needed. Smoke perched up for Fluff. Oh boy, it is going to be a Scotty. This is a very, very, very farmed TC. 344 last hits, 15 and 3. Afro Ninja 7 and 10 has died a lot. His impact's starting to fall off here. And Mike gonna get Abyssal again. And I feel like I've seen this story a million times. Is Mike gonna go down? Loses the gem too. That's actually a big
which
deal.
is really important against the Slark.
Oh, they're gonna move down here. TC's out though. Uses the BKB and see down. Nope, 7 seconds now.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a very interesting game. Like, this is the most nail biter game I've seen in this tournament so far, and I really just what's around the river bend. Like, this is going to be an all-in play from Hellraisers to force the buyout from Mike, and as soon as he buys out, they want to disengage, wait for Roche. But as it stands now, they did take him down. They want to take some gold out of his pocket so that he can't progress towards anything like a refresher orb, which is really good late game on Batrider.
They are going to get the Aghanim's Weave on here, and that's going to give them a lot of armor right up to the point where Astral Spirit comes through.
They're just tanking it up. Wow, this is pretty insane, the numbers. This natural order does not enhance the physical damage. They have the pipe off, but Gorik still dies, even with the pipe. He's 3-shot.
Afro Ninja coming up the hill now, trying to take down the tower. They want to wait on the Ice Mike cooldown buyback just in case he needs it again. There are 4 heroes with buyback. Artist, needs to be careful. Is he going to make it out of here? There's the Shallow Grave. They want to make sure he makes it out of here, but TC running him down. There's Yules. He's up in the air on the other side of the fight. The Rax has gone down. Appa Ninja, the Lincoln's on him. TC moving forward. Wants to kill Dread. There's Scotty. Artest very low. Gets brought down by Brax. The Gem's on the deck. Now got him. He's going to go down. I'm not sure we've seen a single black hole from him. Way too many interrupts. He's going to go down. And they don't get it. Not even close. They don't even touch it.
I think in this 50-minute game there were 3 black holes, and none of them were on more than 1 hero or more than 1 second in duration.
Yeah.
So yeah, forcing the buyback on the Slark. He's finally able to farm the buyback, and then he immediately has to use it. Like, it's good that he's not dead for 50 seconds or so right now, but at the same time, you're feeling pretty bad about yourself when you can't go towards Butterfly, you can't go towards BKB. He will go for Ice Mike though. Nice defensive Ethereal.
Very, very nice.
Oh,
keeps him
that's
safe
the response.
from Artest. Now getting bashed up. TC actually needs to be really careful here. No, he goes down.
Wow.
Did not be able to wait for him out of there. Now it looks like Mike's going to fall as well. Both these heroes do have buybacks. This is not a catastrophe, but spending this money on buybacks certainly not
Starting
good.
to be.
Yeah, if they lose another one, it's going to be bad. Brax, no, he goes down.
No buyback
He does not have buyback.
This
now
is big.
Creeps are
3
pushing in
Roche for
bottom.
Hellraisers for sure. The Roche is guaranteed. Well, what comes after
Well,
is the
Fluff
question.
is dead to Creeps. Maybe.
Oh, he dies!
Oh, boy. He also does not have buyback.
Dude, this game is absolutely insane.
And now, Hellraisers are really taking advantage of this opportunity. They're pushing into Roche. They know they've got a big opportunity here. They're going to eat an Earth Splitter. That's going to be annoying. Dread takes some damage. They might even need a stomp as well. Artest looking afraid, but with only 2 heroes up, and you can see TC all the way back in the base, you have to just go for this.
Yeah, they will take down the Roche. They will look to push in on the back of this. Whether the respawns will be out in time comes down to them just rallying together. They've got the Aegis now on the Slark. Hell, I'd say give him the cheese and drop that quarterstaff so you can keep your Essence Shift stacks up. He's already got 15. That's 45 more agility than he would if he dies, but at least for the moment, he'll hang on to just the Aegis alone. More magic damage coming in from Whitebeard. He's got the Dagon on top, but they don't have the Dagon 5, which is the big one here. Ethereal Blade up for Puck as well as Morphling. That's where the magic damage is coming from, and he's dead. Now TC taking some big hits and will wait for him out, but Slark all on his own.
Oh, good Shadow Dance there. Now he's going to Abyssal up Mike. They want to bring him down without using the lasso. He doesn't use it. There's the buyback immediately used. Now, The Death Prophet going to work now, just concentrating on killing the towers. That is her job now. So tanky. No Blink Dagger forgot him yet. Still, now the Enigma needs to try to make something happen here. Maybe they can take this fight. Down goes Apo Ninja, completely dead, gets brought down. Artest moving forward, going to work here. Does he have the Abyssal? No, there is the Aegis finally being used. They're still going to work though. One Rax is down. Are they going to get the other as well? Looks like it. Dark Pacting the stun, and Artest is playing an unbelievable game. This is extremely impressive. They need follow-up, though, for the Stomp. Brax moving forward. There's the Black Hole, but canceled immediately again. The Chain Frost bouncing through. That's going to continue bouncing. The cheese is on the ground. Artest is going to maybe go down here. No, he's still alive somehow. TC is up in the air. The Stomp going to be enough to take down one. The Ethereal Blade, and they get wiped again, except for Artest. What a game. And the Rax is alive.
Insane. The base is still as it was. The melee racks 80 HP and healing up. The range racks down. They are down to 1 tier 4 tower, and that's all. They're being pushed in by the mega creeps, or sorry, the super creeps as they've been renamed. Down bottom, up top for the range, and obviously now in the mid for the range. But at the moment they hold, they force out all the lives of the Hellraisers, and yeah, that's just putting this into a position where this game could go even further. We're looking for the Butterfly to come out on Slark. He's buying out for this. He's like, screw it, I need evasion. But even when he buys this Butterfly, he's still just going to be obliterated by the magical damage. I mean, the math is... I mean, it is what it is. The Ethereal Blade enhancing the damage of 40%, and then, of course, the Natural Order doing it for 33%. Frontline stuff.
PC moving forward. There's the BKB activated. They're looking to go to work here. Apo Ninja caught up. He might get blown up here. Very close. Yes, he goes down. Artest going to work on TC, who is gonna make it out of the fight. Has to go all the way back to the base. The replicant used, but they force a buyback from Apo Ninja, and they force a response, and that is important for them.
Brax's Dream Coil interrupted the animation for the Shallow Grave. He didn't even silence him. He just broke the animation. And the Death Prophet falls. That's a huge kill, a huge buyback forced. And Slark needs to get something on the back of this, but he just can't close the distance. He's not confident enough.
What a game we have so far. Artest looking for IX
Oh, he gets him!
Gets caught by creeps. That's going to be enough maybe to take him down. No, he's really close. He used the Force Staff too early, but looks like he's still going to get away after getting crippled by the Rod of AUI.
The cheese to Artez. Gorex still has it. That's not going to do anything for the Jakiro.
I agree with that one. Got it. I think it really should just drop the quarterstaff. Again, the siege. They want to kill this melee Rax. Now up to about half HP. There they move forward. Does not kill Apo Ninja. There's a cooldown use. Now Brax moving forward, has his own Ethereal Blade. TC going to work. Replicant back a little bit. Now they're moving forward. They might get a big stomp here. If they're not careful, they need to be very careful how they group up. Stomp
Gorex has no BOTs, and the cheese is gone. Oh gosh, that's a terrible here to lose. And they're gonna lasso and got him.
Nice. Shallow Grave. Mike getting Abyssal Bladed. Brax trying to make something happen. Mike is gonna go down after using that lasso. TC still up. Cooldowns are now ready to go, except for the BKB, which is not available. Brax needs to be careful, although they can easily murder just about anyone right now. Got him. Gonna be a target. Looks like he might go down there. Oh, he uses the Black Hole. That's not going to work. Baited out. Brax, maybe. He's going to go down here. Does not have buyback. Wow. He's going to fall 2 down now without buyback for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Can TC hold them off long enough to get someone back up, to get reinforcements? They need to blow up Artest. They still have the capability to do so with the Dagons and the Veils and the Ethereal Blade, which is coming back up in 7 seconds. They're able to blow up the Replicant there. Dagon used onto the Death Prophet. Artest still walking through in the front of the fight. 2,000 HP. He's stuck in. He's going to go down. That's Bluff. He falls. Immediately buys back. Down goes the Rax. They're trying to close this one out. 1 Rax remains between them and Mega Creeps. Now TC. He's trying to get back into the fight. There's the Abyssal Blade as well. He's maybe going to not make it out of here if he goes down. Yes, he's going to go down without buyback, and that might be the end of it for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. What a game. What a game. And it looks like the Sneaky Nyx Assassins are going to fall here. Mega Creeps are up, and what an unbelievable game. They're not giving up. They want to try to use Whitebeard, but with 100 seconds until we see Morphling again, I think that might be it, but they're tossing in the Lich ulti. I think there's too many creeps to now the throne is just falling. The throne is going to die here, and the Sneaky Nyx Assassins lose 0-2. What an unbelievable game.
That was just absolutely astounding. How intense that was. The last couple of moments there. They dropped the cheese on the ground. They finished Slark's Butterfly. They're like, we don't need this to win the game. We take it away on the back of Artez in his massive ping situation. I mean, calm down at the end of it. Like, I checked about halfway through the game and he was still at 530. And now checking it here, it's 200 ms. So obviously much more what you'd expect for Ukrainian ping to US East. But even still, taking down SNA here, pulling out a rather huge upset, 2-0. And can you ask for a more epic game? Like, that was just absolutely insane. But Artez showing what he can do with the Slark, and even without black holes, they're able to do so much work here at the 57-minute mark.
And game over, 57 minutes, and Hellraisers take this one 2-0. What an unbelievable game. And series is over. And that's the last DotaPit game for the day. What a crazy game. I don't even know what to say about that. But thank you guys for watching. As always, here on DotaPit, I'm What Is Hip from High Ground TV. With me today is not F4L. It is my overlay is old. It's Blaze at Blaze Casting on Twitter. Blaze, anything you want to say while we close it out here?
Nah, man. Shout out to DotaPit and its sponsors for bringing us this awesome game. I mean, this is what makes it happen, is whoever forks over their prize pool brings us some of the best teams to compete. And I feel like a little bit more life fulfilled having watched this amazing experience. And glad for those that were able to check it out live or on VODs, no matter the case. And of course, for you guys for having me. It's been a pleasure casting these past few days, and hope to do it again sometime soon.
And those sponsors, Sapphire, AMD, Twitch, Tesoro, and Sennheiser. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time here on DotaPit.
Lay down, staring at the sunset, and I wonder how it all came down to this one moment. Think of all my dedication, and I wonder how it all came down to this one moment. Sometimes when nothing's going right, I wish that I could go back in time, back in time. Tonight I feel the tides moving, and this is bigger than me. Now I need to breathe.
Never before heard. This is a Monster Cat exclusive. Thanks for tuning in to another week's podcast. Subscribe on iTunes to download this episode for free. Hashtag MonsterCat Podcast on Twitter and Instagram for your chance to be featured during our live stream each and every Tuesday.